Welcome to Back to Me, the podcast where we hit record before we have any clue what we're going to talk about today.
We are your hosts, Katie and Lisa.
Only I lied, because we do know what we're going to talk about today. This is like the one day where we know. What are we going to talk about?
It's been a day. I'm fine now. An hour and a half ago, I was proper nervous, wasn't I? Like, you don't see me nervous.
I don't know if I've seen you nervous. I quite enjoyed it. It was sweet.
There was lots of, I'm going to be sick. I'm not doing this. I can't do this. I'm definitely going to be sick. Yeah. Because...
massive I told you so moment. Joss Stone invited Lisa on her podcast. And you just recorded it.
Yes. And Lemar.
Joss Stone and Lemar.
They're both so lovely.
Isn't it funny? Joss Stone's name is Joss Stone and Lamar's name is Lemar. Do you know what I mean?
Just, yeah.
Sorry.
I know what you mean.
Never really, if you're talking about
like
her.
Madonna.
Yeah, he's just a one-word name, but then she's both of her names.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just say Joss and Lemar. You're going to say Joss
Stone and Lemar. Ah, yeah.
Anyway, sorry about that.
They were lovely. And she's due her baby in 2 weeks.
I know,
and she told me what the baby was. Nobody knows.
Oh, well.
No, I can't. We're friends now, Kitty. I couldn't possibly tell. They were both lovely. You know, it's the whole, like, you know, I was a wee bit.
Don't meet heroes or whatever.
Yeah, but it was a wee bit like, oh, please, yeah. But they were so, like, just normal, down to earth people. How are you, Lisa?
I was in the room. I could not hear their side of the conversation because they would come through headphones.
But sure it was mad.
It was. I was rolling my eyes for most of it, but it's fine. I loved that you ended the podcast, and then I think you just carried on chatting to them for nearly as long as the podcast.
They just got a free coaching session. They were like, but Lisa, we get all that, but how could we actually use it in our relationship? I'm like, so you would say this, and you'd
That's
say
pretty
that.
cool.
They're lovely. And they've been friends for 20 years. That's
awesome.
That says a lot.
He was Fame Academy, wasn't he, Lemar?
I will have to go in a rabbit hole about this. He said that they recorded a song together, so unless they were in that together...
I don't think Joss Stone was... unless she was a writer, maybe.
And then...
You don't know. Why are we just making
that song called Anniversary, I think he said, is on one of his albums.
Ah.
But they are going to come back us up, Katie.
Yes, they're going to... When we go on tour on the SSE, not the Ulster Hall, Jill, they're going to come and be our backing singers, not our guests. Not our guests. That's what you suggested to them. Please. They were almost about to say yes when they thought you were going to ask them to be a guest, and then you're like, backing singer. I think they liked it. Also, they're writing us a jingle, right?
And they said, no, we have to write something for, because Joss was like, I just use one of my songs. And I said, well, we can't get a jingle either. She said, we'll write you something. I was like, brilliant. And then you can be our backing singers when we go on tour. But even at that, they were just good crack. And Lemar tried to imitate my accent on numerous occasions.
How did that go?
It was very funny.
Is he good?
No, it was bad.
He's not good.
Yeah, it was as bad as Pierce Brosnan's in
Wait, it's
Mobland.
Oh.
Have you not heard Pierce Brosnan's accent in Mobland?
But he is Irish.
It's so bad.
Is he exaggerating the Irish accent?
So bad. Hers is way better. Helen Mirren's is way better, and she's English.
Your woman off of Killing Eve, what's her name? Jodie.
Blonde.
Jodie.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't know. I didn't watch that show.
Oh, did you not?
No.
She is amazing accent. She's like straight up. You think she is American, but she can in the show she speaks other languages, puts on other accents, and they're all her. The actual actress is from Liverpool. And proper Liverpudlian accent, and you would not know. She's so good.
That is.
She's like the standard.
I'm no good at any of those things.
No, to me either.
No, we don't do that. That's not on our skill set. Talking to people, one in America, one in London, and us in our
and the producer, where was he? That's what I wanted to know.
Oh, I don't know where he was.
Tom. Hi, Tom.
Tom was very helpful, and I think you could tell that I was like, headphones on. I need Katie, help me. That was all happened before Joss and Lemar arrived, thank goodness. And then when they did arrive, I don't mean they're not going to say, hello, I'm Joss. They just were like, okay, Lisa, so what we're going to... I was like, okay, just give me a second. Just let me get over the starstrucky thing. And they're both like, what? They were just like...
They're just normal people.
They're just normal people.
That have pretty kick-ass jobs.
And we talked about all the lovely stuff that you like to talk about, like masculine and feminine energy.
She got it all out, so we don't need to talk about it. I was like, you've covered everything. It was good. You covered everything.
Some things I like to speak about.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't want to stop you if you want to talk about that stuff.
it has to be a kind of a two-way. It would be like you talking about your job, and I have nothing to give that.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I thought it was good. It was very good, very enjoyable, very good. And his children are 17 and 15. His children, like, is my best friend. I didn't know. I thought his children were the same age as her age. And so then she's 4. So when this baby comes, she'll 4.
4 babies.
4 babies. But she's a firecracker. She definitely is a firecracker. She was like, how do I say that without saying the U word, Lisa? I'm like, okay, let's practice again. Let's practice again. Okay, practicing again.
There you go. Next up, Davina McCall.
She's
Our 2 best
Davina.
friends.
She said she listened to us talking about Davina. The mortification of hostation.
Wait, people are listening to us, Lisa.
People are actually listening. She
That's
said
worrisome.
that she's in America and said it's the only Davina. It's the only Davina.
There's only one Davina.
There's only one Davina.
Someone did recently tell me their mum is Davina, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Still only one Davina.
Still only one Davina. So that she's listened to our podcast. Joss Stone has listened to our podcast. It's just sometimes your brain just can't take things in. There's just like
No, I'm still saying, she's listened to you, not the podcast.
It was when she said, I said I have a very egotistical question to ask. How on earth did you find me? She says, I'm just always looking. This just interests me. I'm always looking up. I guess like you're a singer. You're singing about love and connection all the time. And she's she is a fairy teller. She's like Prince Charming. And I'm like, She was like, I know I've been to therapy about it, but I can't help myself. But that's just, and she just came up and then she said, I watched you for a little bit and then I couldn't, and then I watched some more and then I thought, yes.
Class.
Not
That's awesome.
class.
Good job, you.
Yeah, well, thank you. I did look at my grid today going, what the heck have I got up here? Because like, me, I just stick them up there. And it's like, Jake came down last night and said, Mummy. And I was like, oh, dear, what's happened?
There's a talk coming.
Yeah. And I don't really do it. When I used to do stuff on TikTok, he used to come down with that, Mummy, quite a lot. He doesn't do it. But he came down laughing his head off last night. Mummy, give me your phone. I was like, oh, what's happened now? He goes, get that off. I had the sex one pinned to the very top of my grid.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, just let it be down. There's down in the grid. Like, my friends won't find it there. They have 30 seconds of attention span. Don't worry.
And
Phone
did
is
you?
right. I did. Because I did put up the 6-second kiss instead.
Okay.
That seems more normal. And my best friend Joss Stone said today, I saw on one of your reels, Lisa, see if I could do an English accent, that'd be helpful.
Yours is as good as Lamar's Northern Irish.
Yeah, true. I saw on that the 6-second kiss is no strings attached. That's like actually what I said.
30-second hug, no humping.
Strings. There you go. See, now you're getting it. Oh, how's your week been?
Pales in comparison. I went to the girls' Northern Ireland football match on Friday.
Oh, yes.
Against Poland. They did not win.
Was my Jolie playing?
She was. She actually got player of the match.
Oh, well, she's a star.
Yeah, she was very good. It was 4-0.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, it was a rough. Do you know what, though? The Poland team are actually just a really good team. I think I heard someone saying like their captain is the captain of Barcelona. And stuff. So
right, okay.
It was not that they were bad. It was that the other team was just
Who went? Did your boys like it or?
No, my boys did come with me, but they hated it. They're not. We've had this discussion before. They're not into team sports. They don't watch football. They don't do any of that. But my friend's son's girlfriend is one of the players.
Oh, okay.
So we just got a whole big gang of us together and we went.
It's a good night. It's a good night.
Yeah. Our
crazy?
seats weren't all together, so like
No.
I'm just doing all the parenting fails of late. I just left them over there and we went up into the big stand. But I left them with other kids and some other responsible adults.
Yeah.
Who were like, are we babysitting your kids?
They're not. Yeah, they're
no,
not
it was
2 and
fine.
3. Yeah,
And it was not a big stadium, you could see them.
you can see it.
But yeah. Yeah.
And it's usually bucketing. It's usually sideways rain.
It wasn't.
It wasn't sideways rain. Excellent. Well, I think they're way at the minute now. They're way in.
They are playing Bosnia-Herzegovina on Tuesday, so tomorrow.
Yes, in case you haven't listened to all the podcasts, my daughter and Jolie Andrews, who plays for Northern Ireland Ladies, are best friends.
Yes.
And Jolie lives in Scotland with my daughter. So they see each other all the time when they're, and I never see
She
each other.
realised that.
She lives in Edinburgh now, you see. So I was just talking about like.
Okay.
So she lives in Edinburgh now.
She plays for
Hearts, yes. Professional contract for Hearts, very good.
Awesome.
So she lives there. So I don't really see her very often now when she goes home because Elisa's like,
Oh.
I saw her yesterday, Mummy. I saw her, but she did tell me she was away at the minute.
And so you're for Thailand in 2 weeks.
I'm for Thailand.
Have you packed? Have you wardrobed? Oh my life.
Purchased.
The only answer is no.
No.
The only answer to that is no. Of course I haven't. It's 2 weeks.
No, but I kind of have. In my head I have, if you know.
Okay.
So I've purchased. Jake is almost nearly organised. I could literally just tell him to put everything in a case because like he's not wearing it here. Like he's not wearing a Thailand outfit here.
Fair.
Yeah. So I could literally be like, put that on a case, let me weigh it and see how much I can put in your case. That's the madness there.
I get that. Okay.
I have to write the list of like, you know, paracetamol, bite cream. I have to write that list. I haven't got the first aid box list organised, and I'm having a little bit of a mental load about that, but I'm going to get that down on paper and it's going to be easy peasy.
When you were little, in my house anyway, my mum would pack a couple of days in advance, but if it was like we were coming back from England to here, it wasn't it was the clothes that we normally wear. So we just were left wearing the really rare clothes that you never wore because everything else was packed.
Absolutely.
That's traumatic.
Absolutely.
I'm traumatized.
Absolutely. Well,
this is different because you don't wear.
This is a wee bit different because the Northern Ireland weather and Thailand clothes are not. They're not working at the minute, so it's fine. But I don't really remember that about clothes much growing up, but I remember this growing up, and I do exactly the same thing: eating out of the freezer.
Eating out of the freezer. Oh,
the freezer is packed. We cannot go away. Leave the freezer packed. So last night I was making dinner, and I was like, "No,
why?
Nobody bring anything else."
You're going to live for 2 weeks.
The fridge might die.
Oh, so this is
food. And Jake was yesterday.
Oh my days.
Oh, this is my favourite part. You get like potato waffles,
a couple of happy smiles, some cocktail sausages, and a pasty.
An onion ring. Yep, it's a thing.
That is
the
not.
Freezer has
this
to
is a
be
Lisa
depleted.
thing.
The freezer, not totally, because Nigel's like, but then when you get home, you need something in the freezer. It has to get.
This is entirely so that if the electricity goes off and your freezer is off for more than 24 hours, because it wouldn't matter less than that, then it's your food is saved. Your onion rings are fine.
Onion rings are fine.
Well, because they're not there.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a real thing in our house that is really going to happen.
Fascinating.
And the freezer will get, it's actually, well, I'm just kind of logical. It's actually like it is disturbing what you find in the bottom of your freezer.
Oh, that is true.
So some of it will not get eaten.
There was a year Bill and I had gone to America for
and the freezer broke.
Want to say 3 months, and our freezer was in we have like the fridge freezer in the house, but we had a freezer out in the garage, and your worst nightmare happened.
See? Common. Verging on common.
Which freezer are you eating out of? You're eating out of the one in your house.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is like the really random stuff anyway. But unbeknownst to us, when the power came back on, it must have just been a blip.
Oh.
But it didn't power that freezer back on. Then when we got home from a very long trip, we just turned the power back on in the garage. So basically...
Oh, I can't even cope.
We froze a lot of or very rotten.
Oh, I can't cope. So I definitely have some sort of childhood trauma. But
I believe we just threw the freezer out.
The whole thing.
There was nothing to be done. It was
nothing.
It was a sight.
Nothing to be done.
But the wardrobing thing. My mother-in-law, Billy's mum, she wardrobes. This is what she calls it. When she's packing, she has an outfit for every day. Like she calls it wardrobing, so she knows what she's gonna. And she'll do the very clever thing where you can wear these trousers with that top and mix them up. But she knows she has her outfits.
I don't wardrobe to that professional level, but I will definitely put a few things out in the bed folded. Like those two go together. Those two go together. Those are the shoes that will go with that. That could be interchangeable. I definitely do that.
That's good. I need to learn.
I definitely do that. If I'm going away for the weekend, I'm just like chucking stuff in. But
bringing 17 pairs of pants just in case.
Just in case.
I love those reels.
Oh, I actually bought these things that I'd never had before. Cube dividers. Have you have those? Have you
are they the vacuum ones or just the regular
Just
ones?
The regular
yeah,
ones.
I have both.
Yeah, I don't. I never had them before. But I'm going with the first week in Thailand. I can't say these words. The first week in Thailand, we're like 2 nights, 3 nights. So I'm like, okay, we're not going to be unpacking. So I think those cubes would be good. Like pants, bras.
Oh, you're not doing first 3 days. Next 3 days.
Oh, that's professional level. No. Oh, I don't think I could do that.
Oh, wouldn't it?
Do you always take something?
I don't do any of the things
light with you.
Yes, but only because I can hear my mum in the back of the head saying, bring some knickers in case they lose your...
I bring swimsuit.
The one thing you don't want to be there without.
Because I can't buy just an ordinary swimsuit of mine. It has to be reinforced. And you can't get those in Tenerife, you know. So everything else, I think I could go out and probably manage to get something, t-shirt. But a swimsuit I could not.
That's genius level, right?
Thank
See,
you
are
Everybody
genius
has
level.
their thing.
That's your
thing.
thing.
Another genius level. Sorry, we've just gone from Joss Stone and Lemar, proper like
To frozen, disgusting freezes and
sorry, Joss and Lamar's. We apologise.
Swimwear.
My shoes fit inside Nigel's shoes, so it's a total game changer. I have also arrived on holiday going, where are my blah blah blah? He's like, they're here, and he just produces them.
From his shoe like a magic trick.
It's like kind of his. What do you call those? All those trainers, Air Force, Jake's ones.
Yeah.
So just like produce them. I have them because like that's flip flops or
That's pretty brilliant.
Yeah. Not my trainers don't fit inside it, but like any of those sort of shoes. Yes. So that's the thing. It's going to be an absolute disaster, and I'm really just trying not to get anxious about it because the girls do not come home until 2 days before we leave.
It's fine.
So, what's going on with that?
I'm saying it's fine. I probably pack in the 2 to 3 day before is when I would sort of pack. My husband, on the other hand, and this maybe is something you could life coaches on, he is the plane leaves in an hour. I should probably get my suitcase down from the attic.
Well, that's
kind of a packer.
That is a lot.
And there was a time he went home back to his mum and dad's house without us for something, and it was when he was coming home. And I think they had to leave the house at 6 a.m. And his mum was texting me at 5 a.m. their time going,
what? How do you...
And she's taking pictures of his stuff like laid everywhere. She's like, how do you do this every time? I'm like, I don't pack for him.
No.
I pack for me. I pack for the boys.
Yes, and remove yourself from the situation. Yeah. This is going to be it's going to be fine. It's all going to be fine.
It's going to be fine.
It's all going to be great. Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited for you. If the power goes out in Antrim, I would also be willing to go around and check on your freezer.
I think, we did have that thing. Remember where we live, the water flooded. The water flooded?
The water flooded.
The river,
water flood.
Great water of the Noah flooded. Remember the river burst banks when Jake was a baby? And all the electric was off on the other side of the street. Didn't reach us.
They've reinforced that river now.
They've fixed it all thing now. But it's not going to be a thing either. But anyway, the food will have to be eaten, Katie. It's not. We're not messing around here.
Given I've now slagged you off, I've got a second story about why you maybe should do your freezer. It was we call it the Great Flood of 2010. We were in America for Christmas. My all the pipes it was really winter and everyone's pipes so everyone's pipes were bursting all over the place. We weren't there. Mum and Dad's pipes had burst, and they were like, we'll go up and we'll go to their house to take a shower. And
I thought you were really going to say your name there.
I almost did.
Kitty doesn't say her own name, just in case you haven't watched everything.
Neither does my son. Informed me yesterday he doesn't really like to say his own name, and he has a great name.
Which older son or your
older one? I don't.
That's a great name.
It is a really good name.
And it's not like there's an accent.
No, don't know why. I'm just like, you've just inherited that from me for no reason whatsoever. But back to me.
You're almost saying your name.
What was I talking about?
The Great Flood
of 2010. I was pregnant with my first boy. We were in America for Christmas, and my sister rang, and she's like, "You sitting down?" You're like, "Oh." So Mum and Dad had come into the house. They'd gone up, as I said, to take a shower, and they'd walked into a waterfall. There was just water running down the middle of our house. It's about £14,000 worth of damage done. But the freezer was fine.
So you could eat your dinner.
Yeah, no.
The pipes froze and then defrosted and burst.
I guess I don't really fully understand, but the water tank was it's one of the ones where the water tank's in the loft, and it had to come right down through our bed, through the floor, through the lounge. And all the
where
floor.
Where did you move into then when you came home?
Well, because the house was still livable, which in insurance terms is there is a flushing toilet and running water and a freezer. That wasn't one of them. We lived there, and it was pretty
rough.
You were very pregnant. I was 5 months pregnant, and it was rough. Because the floor was all up and it was damp. But then there was humidifiers going, and
no, that's not good.
Eat food out your freezer. That's the point.
Exactly. And the comedian guy, whose name he always says, like, we trust the fridge. Everything else is like turned up. We trust the fridge. We trust the fridge. Michael McIntyre. We trust the TV. No. The computer. Absolutely not. But the fridge. We trust the big white or the big silver fridge. Well, I do not. I will leave it on, but I will not be. Yeah. Anyway, here we are. Enough conversations about frozen food.
That's I mean, my opening line was right. We didn't know what we were going to talk about. We talked about our famous celebrity friends and frozen food.
Back to Nigel, biggest load of leather I've ever heard in my life. Somebody messaged me during the week and said leather, like laughy face, laughy face, laughy face. I was like, okay. Oh, I'm not from Northern Ireland, but my friend from uni used to say this word all the time, and it made me smile. I was like, oh, cute.
That is sweet.
Life coaching land.
You know,
when I was nervous
with that today.
When I was nervous
today,
I was. It is. I'm funny nervous, aren't I?
You are. You're very. I like you nervous. Actually, it's my second favorite, Lisa.
Gonna be sick, but I'll do the script.
No, just stop. That's what you do.
I'll do the script. Ignore me. Don't talk to me. I'm gonna be sick. Don't. I need to pee. I'm gonna get a cup of coffee. Don't talk to me. I'm gonna be sick. Don't. I'm not doing this, Katie. I'm not doing this. I'm just not doing this. And everybody, when they experience it the first time, is like, is she actually not going to do this? They don't realise that there's just a lot of just a lot of.
You just got to get
Shirley right
noises out.
The volume is right up. The volume is right. Shirley's volume is right up, and she's screaming out your mouth.
The dolphin laugh.
The dolphin laugh. And but the problem is, like, my body keeps moving. My body keeps sitting down and talking into mics. I was literally walking up the stairs here. I was like, okay, so the feet are still doing this, right? Okay, right. So we're still propelling ourselves this direction, which clearly means it's going to happen. But Shirley was off on one. But then once I get started, I'm okay.
And you actually only talked with Joss about your automatic negative thought. Shirley, hers is Debbie. Afterwards. So you're going to have to go back for a second.
I did throw it in a few times, didn't I? I was just like, you'll have to have me back on. You have to have me back on. So we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. But they'll not be doing many more once the baby's coming out.
I assume maybe they're trying to get a few in the bank just so they can have
True.
Baby number 4. Good for her.
No. And the 2 youngest ones, Bear and this baby, are going to be like the same age.
Yeah, they're going to be within a year of each other, aren't they?
Yeah, so cute.
That is very cute. That's going to be very cute.
But then she had a whole conversation. Well, you'll hear this. I'm not spilling the beans on her Joss Stone, that she has to have a section. And she's still working. That's a work in progress for her.
Is that
she thinks
she's
not actually having a baby? Like, you are having a baby.
Oh, has she not had sections with the other ones? Is that
all sections? And she just feels like,
they've all been sections.
I think she said they've all been sections. Yeah.
I mean,
and she just
massive surgery where they slice open your entire body and pull something out of it. It's
not the same, she says.
Oh.
I said, I had the same thoughts 20 years ago. I said, maybe we'll have to have a wee coaching section about that, Joss.
I did not have sections, but I fully respect the sectioned.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
And the whole, like, 6 weeks afterwards, you're restricted lifting and driving and all that. Yeah.
Lift the kettle. Well, you have a baby at home.
Yeah.
It's a tricky one.
Getting the baby out of your body, however you do it.
Yeah, redo it.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Yep. Yes, absolutely. I was with our best friend Jill for lunch today, and she was as excited as you about the Joss Stone.
I did send her a little text when you were on, just to tell her that you were doing a terrible job.
Tell the people about the text you sent me. So what happened was, a day last week, I just went into my emails like I do, and I had a lovely email. Hello, Lisa. I am Joss Stone's assistant, Charlie, and we were wondering if you'd like to be on the podcast. Now, I'm a jaded, horrible person now, and you know this about me now. At the beginning, 5 and 6 years ago, I would have been somersaulting, but I am now jaded, and I've had so many people push me things. It never happens. Like, a thing happened to me during the week, which is not a big deal, but wanted me to send me these love language cards. I was like, yeah, that sounds good, no problem at all. Oh, I didn't realise you're in the UK. It's not going to work. It's just like, oh, do your research, people. So I'm a little bit jaded. So I looked at the email and thought, okay, Lisa, and I just read it a few times. I was like, no, this is genuine, and especially because of our backstory of her shouting me out on Instagram. Blah, 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 blah. Sent Katie a screenshot of the email.
I don't remember what I said. What did I say?
You didn't say anything. You just sent me 4 texts with letters in them and said, I can't type anymore.
That's right. I started with a word, and then it just disappeared into leather. Actual
just letters. There was a few spaces. I think it was "Oh my life."
That's right. I was trying to type something. I remember now. Yeah,
like 4 of them came, and then it was like a space or like a. Okay, I cannot even type anymore. This is unbelievable. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So yes, so Jill's response was something similar
Okay,
as well. Her response was something similar, which was awesome. So, so then I got back, and then you were like, "Have you responded?" I'm like, "No, they haven't responded because I'm pretty sure they probably have other people that they're talking to. We're not on a direct line here. It doesn't. We can give them at least half an hour, and they should respond.
They were very quick to respond.
Very quick to respond, and also, like, was that only what day is today?
This
that only
is
Wednesday?
Monday.
Is that only Wednesday?
It was either Wednesday or Thursday. It was the end. It wasn't. It was
Because I was thinking holidays. I was like, how am I going to do this in Thailand? I don't know how I'm going to. Then she was like, would Monday be too short notice? I was like, Monday would be excellent notice. Thank you very much. Charlie was very lovely, very good, on the ball. But this morning I couldn't stop myself from emailing this morning going, are we all okay for later? Are we all good? Because when I did message you to say, blah, 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 okay, it's going to happen on Monday, you said, and where are you doing? Not on voice note, because she doesn't do voice note. This via her thumb. She said, and where are you doing the podcast? And I said, in my sunroom. And she said, Kitty said, oh, oh, would you not fancy doing it in the studio? I was like, oh, that's a great idea. Thanks very much.
It was a good idea.
It was much good because I couldn't cope with all that because it was
She just swanned in, sat her bum down, and did the talking.
It wasn't really swanning.
I'm joking.
There was no swanning today. It was everything today. There was flapping.
Propelled movement forward. Yeah,
but that kit, I couldn't use that kit. That was a different one for me.
But yeah, you did well.
Thank you. But the headset, my hair.
She had to wear headphones, ruined her hair.
Right. I did try to.
Meanwhile, Grammy Award winning Joss Stone just sitting there with her headphones on, perfectly fine. Although maybe she's more used to wearing them than you, I suppose.
Her hair's longer. And her head.
You looked great.
Thank you. You kind of, and yeah, you probably get after a minute. But anyway, we tried to persuade him not to, but it didn't work. Sure, it didn't.
What?
Did not.
Yeah.
She unplugs these, so that just must be part of the kit. Anyway, we did it.
You did it.
We did it.
We did it
in my sunroom, and poor Katie had to then listen to only half of the conversation.
That's that's pretty normal.
So, any plans over the summer whenever we're not podcasting? Because and maybe only get one more done before I go on holiday, and then what will you do?
What are you on holiday for?
Well, it'll be 3 weeks.
Is it 3 weeks?
Well, we're away in Thailand, just in case you hadn't heard, and then we're in Scotland for the graduation.
Well, that's a bit rude.
It's rude.
We better. What am I going to do with that?
You could download that, whatever that kit was they used, and we could do one. I'll be in Thailand. You'll be here.
Billy did actually suggest that. We could do that.
No,
I'm not going to ruin your holiday.
Absolutely not doing that. Absolutely not doing that.
It's a don't think about
Absolutely
real life
not.
time.
Mm-hmm. And seeing elephants. I'm very excited about the elephants.
Ooh, are you going to ride any of the elephants?
Oh, God. I don't think that's a thing.
We filmed a wedding once in Sri Lanka, and the bride, after the wedding, just popped upon an elephant.
Rode an elephant. It's definitely.
It's just, yeah. His little groom down here, and this giant elephant, and there's the bride.
Wow.
So yeah, maybe you could ride elephants.
So that is, and is it like a tradition?
I think it must have been. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
Well, we're going to a sanctuary. Another word I'm not really great with. There's feeding. I think there's washing.
Oh, that will
camping.
be amazing.
That will be amazing.
Camping?
It's like...
You're camping with the elephants?
Yes. Well...
glamping.
Glamping. Yeah, it's called it's glamping. Permanent tents. Like... Yeah. It looks very fun.
I am well gel.
It looks very fun.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
That's going to be awesome.
No, I am friends with a lot of people that are teachers or have
Summer's off.
So much time off in the summer, and I don't. So I kind of tend to hate the summer because everyone's going here and doing that and doing the other things, and I'm just doing my normal life. But I'm excited for your Thailand and your elephants. I'm not.
Are you going to take any time off and just do day trips with the boys?
Yeah, we'll do that, and I'll maybe get a couple of weeks. Yeah, at some point and do something. Yeah. We're more of a last minute.
Last minute .com. Yeah. We usually are not that last minute, but this has been obviously planned for a while. So
you got to plan the epic trips.
You've got to. Yeah, it's very excited.
But this is not our last. We're gonna.
No, we'll do Monday then again, next Monday, and then I leave on the.
So this is our second last until our sabbatical. Penultimate.
I knew it was there. I just couldn't quite grab it.
And then will we come back with season 2, or is it just continuation?
No.
Seasons.
I don't know. What was the data you brought me the other day? People give up on podcasts. At what
So it was
stage?
something like, is it 2 million people try to podcast every year? 90% of them quit within 3. So that's leaving you with 200,000. And then it was like...
3 podcasts? Quit within 3 podcasts?
Yeah.
Like
most
first 3 are just you're getting them.
They're the ones you listen back to and you're like, oh, brilliant. Yeah, no, basically, and it wheels all the way down to if you record 21 podcasts, you're in like a group of 20,000 people, which is not very many.
That's not very many. So Nigel will have to put up with the blethering until we get to there.
At least.
Until we get
We're
to
not
there.
quitting at 20.
We're not quitting at 20.
You know?
No.
Okay,
Of course, I know. Because this, we're not quitting at 20. It's
Well, not now that we have Lemar and Joss Stone as backing singers.
that would be shame.
That would be a
Shame for them. Shame for them. They did ask me about the title. It was a bit mortifying.
I loved it. But we'll not ruin it. Go listen to Cuppa Love with
Cuppa
Joss
Love.
Stone and Lemar,
So cute.
featuring their special guest, Lisa.
Terrifying. But good. I will have to be not answering 50 million texts tonight, but there'll be quite a few texts, I think, flying on my phone tonight. Did you do it? Definitely the most famous people I've talked to, I think.
Yep.
We're pulling that information down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like influencers from this country I've
That-
talked to before.
Yeah, but actually,
Things like that.
also proper conversation with. You weren't just,
Yeah.
hello, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine. Nice to meet you. Can I have a photo? It was like,
Oh,
you just
yeah.
had a proper hangout with them.
We did. And they shared lots of stuff about their own relationships.
It's awesome.
It was very
Can't wait to hear it. The other half, anyway.
Can't wait to hear them speaking, which is great. The whole Joss had a bit of a problem with her Wi-Fi. It's like, I've just keep talking, Lisa. It was a Dory moment. Just keep swimming, Lisa. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. And Tom, the technical person, he had said if anybody drops out, just the others just keep going.
Okay.
He was sort of out on his side. So Lemar and I just had to keep talking.
Oh, just you and Lemar.
Just Lemar and I, just keeping the boat afloat. And it was funny. She came back on and she was like, "So what were you saying?" And Lemar was
She
like,
wanted you to retell the story that you know.
Lemar was like, "You'll have to catch up. You'll have to listen to it back. Go ahead, Lisa. What were you saying?" I was like, "This is hilarious. This is
so good.
absolutely hilarious."
Right. We done?
Is that us absolutely done? Like, where's the day gone?
Where's
I
the
did
day
laugh
gone?
at you. You were like, maybe you'll not want a podcast. I'm like, have you met me? I am an extrovert.
I just
Talking
thought
is
you
what I
could be.
do.
I mean, but it was a lot of talking.
Yeah, and it was quite. I don't mean this is just blather, but it was quite intense. It was proper. It was proper relationship coaching.
A bit offended. It was all intense.
Nobody recognised you this week.
No, but my friend's therapist is called Brenda.
Hilarious.
She goes, that's probably quite a good thing to have a therapist in your ear. Called, yeah.
Joss. Hers is called Debbie. Debbie Downer.
Fair. It's decent. Does Lemar have one?
Lemar does not. He was coming up with suggestions on the podcast. Anyway, well, our best friend Shirley popping up to me during the week. It's so funny. So funny. She hearts and she pops up and says hi.
I know,
So-
she liked her, yeah.
So-
Hi, Shirley.
Hi, Shirley.
Real Shirley.
Real Shirley.
Right.
Well, thank you so much for all your help today.
You're very
You did, definitely. I think if I had been having those nerves in the house, I may have just said, no. So, but it was all systems go when I walked in here. And I was like, well, there we go. It's happening.
You're not getting out of it now.
No getting out of it now. That's what we need our friends for.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We're done.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.